Hello, people. Welcome to Chat Her Up. Today, we will be reviewing The Real Housewives of New Jersey, Season 14, Episode 2, The Icing on the Brain Cake, that aired Sunday, May 12th. My name is Joy. Hi. And to my left, right, depending on how you're looking at it, to my right is Demisio. How are you today?
Hi guys. Hi Joy.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm pretty fair for a square, as my daddy would say. Um, I do have a little quick chapstick moment of the
Okay.
week. It's actually a video that's circulating now. And it's related to New Jersey. Apparently, Margaret revealed something that we already knew. She
I'm glad you brought that up.
she went to a podcast, and the podcaster asked her, "What's his name?"
Jeff
Because
Lewis,
he was on Queer as Folk, right? Not Queer as Folk. He was on
one of those housing shows or building shows where they help
yeah,
people build stuff.
yeah, he did. You're right. Yeah. Anyway, he asked Margaret flat out. I liked how he kept pressing her too. He asked her like a couple of times, did she get in contact with Louis' ex? And she says yes. Now, she claims that she didn't get in contact with her ex until after all of that Louis stuff. And I kept thinking, unless this is somebody different, we know that's not true. Because the girl, isn't she the one that had gotten some jewelry from her and everything? Is this not a different girl? Is this a different girl that Louis used to mess with?
I'm not sure.
Because there was she's still on TikTok. If I go on TikTok, I'll find it. There was um some kind of angel or something. It was, I don't remember what it was. It was something that Margaret was selling that I thought that she bought, but then she admits that she was speaking to Margaret. Like it's something in this TikTok. I have to find it. It's been a couple of years because it was when she was dating Louis, when Louis had first came on the scene. Um, and the girl was talking. I'm really disgusted with how they did Louis. We don't even know him because of how intense their dislike for him. So he's
Mhm.
always on defense. We've seen very little of Louis just relaxing. We really can't even form our personal. I really like Teresa. I don't know how I feel about him because I've never seen him just normal. Every situation we see him in, it feels like he's on the defense. What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah, and it ticks me off. My whole thing is, if you're gonna go after somebody's boyfriend when they bring him on the show, let's get to know him. Let us call him an a-hole. And it has been a lot of leaks because I know too much. I'm ticked off that I'm hearing leaks from Potomac. I am so ticked off about that. I do not like leaks.
Well, we still gonna watch it, so it really honestly don't matter. Like we don't know for sure, like what really happened. Like yeah, we know that, but it's just like we don't know what like led up to that or what So I'll
Well,
just
I've
try to
heard
take
two
those.
different accounts, so about
I
the
just
whole
take
thing
those
with
leaks
Giselle.
for
I
a
don't like.
grain of salt. I
I
just take them for a grain of salt and wait for the show to air.
I
But it's just
know, but I
not
don't like leaks.
surprising that Giselle is
But
being Giselle.
yeah, I don't like leaks. My point is that it ruins the show. It kind of
I
ruins.
mean, not really because we knew what was going on New Jersey, and I'm just as pumped as ever for the season to come out. I
Yes,
am
but
ready.
imagine the jaw dropping that we all got with. I cannot not mention this. What happened with Salt Lake is a perfect example. That did not leak. Nobody knew about that. And it was
I mean, but we did all know that they hated Monica, though.
that has nothing to do with the bomb that was dropped. My
But
point
we
is,
didn't know why they hated her, but we all
no,
knew that they hated
no,
Monica if Monica was getting into it with them.
I think you're missing the point, Demisio. The
No, I get the
reason that
point. I
was
get it.
those last 3 episodes were bomb episodes. I don't even watch Salt Lake, and I watched it because everybody was talking about it. Now, I didn't watch the whole season. I literally watched when they went on their vacation, which was the last 4 episodes. That's how good that season was. They had 4 episodes on vacation. That rarely happens in Housewives. Maybe 2. And if you get a third one, they're leaving. You know what I mean? And they're returning home, that sort of thing. So my point is, when you don't leak stuff, it's just good TV. All of this leaking is very irritating to me. And it allows the bloggers to dictate and narrate a story. And depending upon whose side that blogger is on, and I'm saying this as a vlogger, we don't leak news on purpose. We do say what's out there, but I guess maybe we are a part of the problem. But it just irritates me that I know why I already knew it. Who's mad at who? We already know who's gonna go on what side. We haven't even seen Jennifer. Uh, Jackie, and we already know what's coming.
Yeah.
Although they did kind of show it in the previews, but
It was annoying. It's so annoying to me. Like, it's just so annoying to me. It's just like how Marge can be this victim. Because even if you did do it after the fact, that still makes you a big, fat, huge, raging hypocrite. Because, girl, you talk
she's a
so
liar.
much crap about Louis,
And
and you turned around and did the same thing that you trashed him about. That
and
doesn't make you any better.
I don't call me naive. I don't even believe that her son Louis called her son. I don't
Yeah,
understand
that's some
how
bullshit
that
too.
I don't understand how that would benefit him.
It wouldn't.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm calling somebody's son, and I was like, "Do she talk to her children?" Because I thought she didn't talk to any of her children except one, and that maybe this is the one that she talks to. But it's really I just don't believe, I don't understand how that would benefit him. And the whole, and it feels like they have all conjured up something now that we know, and we're gonna get to that in a second. Now I don't even want to get to that. Let's just start at the beginning. Let's go ahead and jump into this episode.
Because I'm so ready to discuss the whole Jen Fessler thing.
The episode starts with we kind of get a glance of Jennifer, Hayden, and her girls. They growing up. They was little bitty. And then I think they kind of showed a glimpse of everybody. But they started first longest scene was with Danielle. And all I kept thinking is, oh God, we got another Teresa. Because this reminded me of Teresa when, she used to look at Gia and you could tell that was her. You could tell that was the gleam in her eyes. You could tell that was her first true love. You think you in love with your husband. You think you love your family. But baby, the first time somebody put a baby in your arms, and that's yours, that was her first. You could tell. Danielle is the same way. She look at her daughter and everybody else think it's mediocre and she thinks it's the best thing ever. And I can't, as a mother, regardless of how I feel about her, because I don't like her. I
Danielle.
Yeah, I didn't like her last year.
I feel like I'm not gonna like her this year.
Yeah, I didn't like her last year. She seems like well, I think all of these ladies are opportunists, so that's not the right word. I think she will float with what she thinks benefits her. I don't think she stands on morals or what's right. I think she moves, and a lot of these ladies are like that. People decide to move in a way that they think that will give them longevity or keep them on the show. They don't move in a place of, this is really me. It's kind of like the girl who goes to high school who just wants to be popular. So she's going to figure out who's the popular girl so I can get her and kind of leech off of her. That's what she gives me. She doesn't give me I'm an individual. She gives me I'm going to figure out what's the best plan for me. And I don't know, those kind of people, in my opinion, aren't good TV people. They're too strategic to be good TV people. Like they had a plan when they got the first interview. And I'm very vocal about, to me, the best interview, the best people to have on reality shows are just people that just want to be famous. Nothing else. Everything else comes later. Maybe in season 2 or 3, they realize, I should monetize this. You know, but
Yeah.
their initial desire to come on TV was just because they were wanted to be famous. Money wasn't their benefactor. I mean, not benefactor. Money wasn't their objective. Like it's good when it comes, but I don't think that that should be their objective because it makes you move strategically. That's why reality TV isn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
So, but I did think it was really cute. I'll give her this. I think, and first of all, her husband ain't bad looking. I don't know why I never
Yeah.
noticed.
I
Yeah,
love
I
me.
never noticed that. Um, I like never, but I did think that it's sweet, and I think it's a really nice idea that she wants to throw a party for him, considering what he'd gone through with the
Yeah.
brain surgery.
Yeah.
And did you have anything else you want about this thing?
Mm-mm.
Okay. The next thing was our girl, God, I'm terrible with names. Paulie and Dolores. Built up like black girl BBL Dolores, because that's what I would call her, because that girl body is insane.
Yes, Dolores looks great.
Like
Absolutely.
whoever did her body, all these girls is getting these blotch BBLs. They need to figure out who her doctor was because that girl looks good.
I agree.
What you think about them too?
Dolores and Polly. I don't know. We haven't really seen much of Polly for real, so I don't. But baby, I know one thing, baby. Probably look like Polly want to tear John up, honey.
Yeah, we're going to get to that, but that's
Last
really a
episode. That
perfect
was last
example.
episode.
Oh yeah, but this is the part. This is an example of what I said that I like. Paulie is standing on something that he feels like is right. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like he's like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm neutral, dude. I like y'all. I like him. Let's keep it moving. They're trying to pressure him to really pick their side. Probably like I want those are the people that I can respect. Like you're standing on something you believe. Even if you wrong in that second, at least you got the cojones to have a conviction. I can respect that. The people who move like Danielle, I don't like that. It's very strategic. It's giving too thirsty. It doesn't give I'm genuine. I don't like that at all. And I'm not talking about to control a narrative. I even understand that at times, especially when we know how reality TV is not really reality. It's too much is on the cutting board to really for it to be really reality. But sometimes there are just authentic moments, and you want to keep them, or you want to not let something that could be small blown up into something else. So I can understand people trying to control a narrative. I just can't respect people that move strategically. It irritates me. It irritates me. And did you have anything that you want to say about that one?
No, not really.
Okay.
It
And
either.
then they moved to Teresa and Lewis. And basically, they're kind of talking about this upcoming party. He has two parties. Louis' father has a sobriety party. And um, I think was pretty neat that they showed. Teresa said something that I don't know if she said. I don't know if you even pick. I don't know if you picked up on this. And I want to know what it mean. Does it mean anything? When she was talking about his family and how wonderful they were, she said
Mm-hmm.
something like, I can't remember exactly, so I'm paraphrasing. It was something like, his family, I have the best in-laws ever. And I mean, while that may be true, I'm like, what Joe's in-laws like? Do you feel anything from that?
I mean, child, they know. They know that Teresa don't like them, and they know why.
Oh, I ain't talking about Joe. I'm talking about Joe Judice's family, not
Oh,
Gorga.
I mean, yeah. Who cares?
I mean, I get it. Like, who's gonna say, you know, I don't know. I noticed it. I noticed
Yeah.
it like, ooh, we didn't already. And I know that, she was just meaning to compliment his family. Like, they are like, I enjoy them a lot. I get that. I just was wondering, were they possibly, or could they be possibly offended? That's all. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. Why they will feel slighted.
Yeah. Um, and I'm surprised they aired that too. Aired his sobriety party. I'm actually shocked that they aired his sobriety party. But I guess this was their way. I always think how they evening the cat. She's with family, and then they had the one with Melissa, and her and Joe's daughter is going away to school. I got to talk about that. What did you think about that scene? Because there was something she said, and people always talk about Teresa stupid. I'm gonna tell you how stupid she is. Go ahead.
I just think Melissa's full of crap. Like, I really don't even have the energy to even read Melissa for real because it's just like, child, it is what it is. Because I mean, you literally see in the following scene, if I'm not mistaken, when they all were together, her, Rachel, and Margaret, and then you had Teresa, Danielle, and Jennifer together. It's just like, girl, like all of y'all, like you, Margaret, Rachel. It's just like, bruh, like, go
Okay,
ahead,
but
Joy.
here's the next. That's the next scene.
Oh, okay,
So,
I
but
jumped ahead. I'm
let me just
sorry.
say this. No, no, no. You fine. No, that was the next scene. So, who tells their 18-year-old daughter going away to college to sow their wild oats?
I mean, Heather Yates told her daughters that.
Okay, I would never tell my daughter to go away to college to be a hoe, because it's literally based off of having sex with people. Period. Because I knew what the word meant from, believe it or not, from a kid, because I watched Coming to America. I just aged myself as a teenager. And in um, Coming to America, Prince Hakeem was told, it's crazy that I can remember the names of that movie. People in that movie, but can't remember the people who I watch every Sunday. But anyway, Prince Hakeem was told to go to, his father said he needed to sow his royal oats. And I wanted to know what that meant. And I learned that basically it's to go out and have sex with as many people as you can. I would never tell my daughter that. That's gross. Now I'm not stupid. You have the sex conversation with your daughter. If she's not on birth control, I
Mhm,
would suggest you put them on there. If you don't, you give them, you send them to school with condoms. I get that,
mhm.
but I would never tell my daughter to go to school to be a hoe, like flat out.
No, no, I agree.
And that was gross. And then they kept going on and on and on. I was like, these nitwits don't even know what it means, because it literally says, if you Google, it says, sow your wild oats, go through a period of wild or promiscuous behavior while young. Like, who would tell their daughter that? I
Yeah, I
just would
agree.
not. And then they kept on. I'm like, none of her sisters say, girl, you telling her to go out and do stuff like that. That would have been me at the party, a killer. That means go out there and just do slutty things. Like, it's just no way I would do that.
A
And
mess. A mess.
um, and it was just like their excessive need desire to make Joe this great guy. Oh,
Oh, it's
it literally
insufferable.
reminded me of when Trump was in the White House and they had this table full of like his big name people underneath him. And he was, all of them was praising him. I was like, that is so weird. Why aren't y'all talking about Antonia? Why y'all talking about Joe? This was so gross to me. I was like, this is a show for the TV. They are trying, that's why I was, it's so fake. Like, this was about the television because they're not talking about Antonia. That's who you should be talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy to me. It was unnecessarily, like, I don't know what they're trying to do. Melissa been trying to get her sisters on for a minute though. But yeah, no. Anyway, that's that scene. We can move on. The next scene was basically Teresa discussing this party that they going through and them talking. Teresa has said this twice. What do you think? Is that? Wait a minute. Let me say this. What is this lawsuit that's going on?
I have no clue.
Because Teresa has referenced it more than once. Well, she hasn't said lawsuit. She says all of this legal stuff. Something has happened. So I don't know if there has been a cease and desist. I don't know what's going on, but
I'm not sure.
something is going on. I
I'm not
just don't know
sure.
what it is.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, something else under the
I have to go in the group chats later that I'm in about Jersey and see.
yeah, because something else has to be going on because she's referenced it twice.
But
She
it's just
always has
like
stuff going on.
you could,
Go ahead.
but it's just like the difference between the conversations
Right.
between the
But,
two groups. It's just like Margaret and Melissa are miserable, and they're making Rachel miserable right along with them.
well, Rachel definitely is a follower. That I
Absolutely,
saw that last year. Like,
absolutely. When she was trying to act like she didn't pick a side, it's just like,
yeah,
girl,
it
yes,
was
you
very
did.
clear that she did. She definitely did. She's a follower. And it's not even really her personality. It's really Margaret.
It's
Margaret is
really
old
Melissa.
fashioned.
She's mirroring Melissa.
No, I think Margaret's personality is way stronger than Melissa's. And Margaret kind of takes over. And what I mean by that, if you go back and listen to think about conversations, they're my best friend. We talk every day. Margaret keeps tabs on people. She collects information. Like, she's that person. She wants to be your everything, your all. Like, she's an overbearing personality. And all of these people want to be her friend and want to surround her and da 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 da. And she's a person in high school, in college, definitely I would have stayed away from. I definitely would have stayed away from because those kind of people, in my opinion, are weird. Like, they desire, like, you can't, I don't want you to talk to her.
Yeah,
You can't be my
that's
friend.
so
You're her
annoying. It's just
friend.
like,
Yeah, no,
girl,
it's too possessive. She's very possessive and has an overbearing. I bet you there probably ain't a weekend that they ever had by themselves. Like, it's always people around them. I don't like women like, I don't like that. That's
it's just
not my
like
kind of friend.
Marge. You literally accused Jennifer of being a drug addict last season, but yet the ladies didn't make a big deal about that. Like the double standards, honey. It's just so irritating. Like, girl, like selling weed at 17 and mortgage and bankruptcy fraud at 30. I mean, yeah, it is different, but it's just like, girl, they still came for Teresa, and really, that was really Joe.
Yeah, and this is what makes it so bad. Everybody want to call Teresa dumb as rocks, but then at the same time, they want us to also believe that Teresa is some kind of mastermind of manipulating her
Yeah, it's just
taxes
like,
to her
girl,
advantage.
he was
Like
selling more
that's
than weed. He was
insane.
selling more than weed. He got the ex hook that's in jail now. Like everybody that's seen all this stuff about him. It's nothing new.
And his ex-wife said that everybody around him got a loan, uh, got a X amount of years, and he ain't getting them. He definitely,
Exactly.
he definitely is snitch. That's real.
She know, but that's the thing though. Rachel know her husband was dealing more than weed, baby. She know that. Plenty
Yeah,
of people that
and he
came out
only said
saying,
weed because weed is legal everywhere, or almost everywhere.
yeah, but it's like he was selling more than that because people that already came out and was like, I used to get it from him, and they definitely said they got more than weed from him.
Yeah,
Was tagging people and everything, girl.
yeah, I believe it. I definitely believe. Yeah, like I don't even know why he came on the show. Oh, second thing I noticed while you was sitting up here talking about Potomac, they played paddleball, pickleball.
Talking about that's
And
what Morgan was playing.
yes, they were playing pickleball.
I'm hollering.
Cause you was talking about, don't nobody want to see that. I was like, they do that on all of them. That's what's it. They almost got a formula. Like these are forced dates. So they be like, hey, let's do pickleball. Oh, that's new. Yeah, let's do pickleball. Yeah, that's what they do. Like I can remember one season, everybody was doing those what do you call the things that people rope around and kind of it's very it's like you're on these bouncy things that's like material and you bouncing on the material. I forgot what that's called. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
It's like cloth that's like tied to the ceiling and you can wrap your body in the cloth and
Okay, okay.
roll that. I forgot what that's called.
I know what you're
But
talking
I remember watching like um I mean so many reality shows and I remember thinking everybody and their mama must be doing that this year. Like everybody does the same thing. So the pickleball Potomac just ahead of the game. But they all gonna be doing something similar. They, it's inside, so you don't have to worry about if it rains, you cancel. They dress up cute and they play for 15 minutes and gossip for 45. Because that's all it is. But anyway, that was that. And they I think it was Margaret, Rachel,
about.
and
Listen,
Melissa, and they kind of sat around. They weren't talking about anything in specific, they were talking about bone.
special. They talked about the same thing that they always talk about, honey. Teresa.
Yeah, yeah. They all that's I mean that's been her storyline since she been on the show. And then the years that her and Teresa was good, her storylines was I
Other
had
people
a
still.
dream. I had a dream that I think my daddy got another baby. That was literally one of her storylines. And then another one was, I think I want another baby. Girl, please. Girl, please.
Mm.
Like she doesn't have an original thought in her mind because and why should she have to? She been bouncing off her sister-in-law and Teresa. Like people say that I ain't trying to say she a saint or nothing, but the things that she has held on to over the years is
Mhm.
insane to me. It's just like in one of the groups people were saying somebody said, I can't believe Teresa ain't throw out her brother that he maxed out all her credit cards to start his first business. And people were saying that would never happen. She too selfish to let that happen. And you would just see like possibly 50, 60, 70 different um, uh, posts about And I went to TikTok and pulled up the video of Joe actually saying that. And then it becomes crickets. Like, it's things that she could have been thrown in his face. The mere
Yep.
fact that she hasn't mentioned that he lost their family's house is insane. Even when
And
they were
the
arguing,
grape allegation in college.
right, even when they were arguing about them once, and they were talking about the house, and they said that was my house. Teresa said, "Yeah, because you lost theirs." I mean, trying to act like you did them a favor. You lost their house.
Mm,
Like, she definitely is better than me.
yeah, same,
She
same.
definitely is better than me. So I don't know if she a saint, but she has definitely protected her when he's never protected. She has protected him, but he has never protected her. Like, he
Yep.
has always been, you know, he monetizes hurting his sister.
Yeah, and that's why I would never be here for Melissa, no
Yeah,
matter what
that's
Teresa
crazy
do.
to me. And I'm not saying that Teresa hasn't done things to
And
him.
but that's what I'm saying. I'm never, but it doesn't matter though because it's just like when you think about that, it's just like Teresa really was just reacting off of y'all coming on to her show to come for her.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, so it's
That's
just like let's talk about it. It's just like you came on her show to come after her, so she did the same thing right back to you.
Yeah, it's crazy to me. That's
But
that's that's just crazy to me. But it is what it is. So let's get on to this party.
to the shore, what they go to down to the shore next and make it
Yeah,
a
let's
shore.
get down to this party. They
I
went
don't.
to
I just don't because we can really skip over like when they arrive to the houses like that.
okay.
We can skip over that. That ain't really just important. It's the same thing, gossip about seeing each other, you know, typical stuff. Margaret playing the victim as usual, worrying about Teresa. And it just mind boggling to me. It's just like baby, when Teresa arrived, they always turning heads, honey, scared about to run out the party.
and
Like,
it, and then they was being silly, like hello, like she just made said a blanket hello. Like, that's how you supposed to do life.
and
Melissa
it's
said,
just like the whole Jennifer Fessler thing. It's just like even if Jen Fessler was talking shit about Teresa because she didn't agree with how Teresa behaved or whatever, she also said she didn't agree with how you behaved either, Margaret. So do it really matter? It's
well,
just like
I
one
didn't
is
even care about that. I thought the most important thing was Teresa asked her a direct question, and
yeah.
she gave her a direct answer. And I absolutely believe her. I don't like the whole plotting thing unless they gonna let the whole plot play out. I don't want to just hear about. I want to hear. I'm interested to hear what other people said. I guess is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna allow this on the show, it needs to play out because it
Oh,
leaves
yep.
too many holes. We'll be arguing about this 10 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish that that's fine. We got the plot. Let's have a conversation. What was said at this, as in the words of your little
Yeah.
friend,
It
uh,
show how they can be. It show how they
plantation.
can be an adult, basically. Like Teresa and Jen Fessler had a grown up adult conversation.
Yeah, right. She asked her a direct question and she answered it. She was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, there was the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's just like Margaret and them just sitting at the party like some old hags, mad because she don't want to be. It's just like same thing that happened on Beverly Hills when they was trying to X out Lisa Vanderpump. They was mad because Camille didn't want to jump on that hate train. They're mad at Jen Fessler for that. They're mad because Jen is not gonna jump on the hate train and just start hating Teresa just because she disagreed with Teresa and how Teresa goes about things. That doesn't mean that Jen Fessler has to hate her and not talk to her and act like it's animosity when really it don't got shit to do with Jen Fessler. Nothing. Jen Fessler ain't got nothing to do with none of that. So why does she have to start hating Teresa all of a sudden?
yeah, and they're very like the bride corpse when she was talking to her, when she was talking to Fessler. She's literally trying to convince her. She was like, I don't even understand how you, I can't, I think she said fathom. I can't fathom why you would even want to be friends with her. That's the kind of stuff that I don't like.
Same,
That's
same.
the kind of stuff that I don't like. That's why I was saying, like, so their start, well, they already did, because at the party, you heard Margaret saying on the mic, because they were focusing on Teresa and Fessler, um, get a little drink in her. She'll say anything. So Margaret has kind of put her on blast about that as well. But yeah, I don't, and I'm they
It just shows you because that was really the end of the episode, but it just shows you how calculating and manipulative and so pretentious that Margaret is, because soon you do something she don't like, oh baby, she put it out there now. She talking about how Jen and did this, and
mm-hmm.
this, and said that. It's just like, girl, it's just like, why are you mad because they don't want to fight with Teresa?
That's I mean
Like, why are you mad about that? Like, why are you mad because Jackie don't
because
want to fight with Teresa no more?
I think this was the year of the ice out. We didn't watch it kind of play out on Potomac, and I think that they had made a decision to try to ice her out. We can get so and so on here. It's just like Danielle got to know that her relationship with Rachel is very calculated. Just like they could not stand that girl. So now all of a sudden they're friends. Like they want to alienate them. So how do you do that? You ice them out. You don't have people to film with them. Because one of the things that we're going to learn, well, I guess I'm doing something that I hate when we talk about leaks. Well, I don't know if this is a leak so much as it's just kind of reading the current blogs. But I thought that Danielle was against Teresa and um, Jennifer. That's not true. She's just against Jennifer.
No, she has problems with Teresa. She just came out in the interview and
I
said that
know,
she.
but she said that all through this season that they filmed, they were good.
Oh yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
said whatever happened after
Oh
they
yeah,
wrapped.
yeah.
So my point is, I thought that she had just said, I ain't messing with them too. I'm just over here. That's what I thought that she was doing. And this is very tribal. This isn't fun. Is this fun to watch? This ain't even fun. Like it would it's not fun when the bullies get the horn. It's kind of like watching Basketball Wives, the season that OG got Evelyn. The reason that was a good episode is because the bully didn't win. The bully should not be able to win. And Teresa ain't no bully. It's
Like
Margaret.
Margaret always
Yes,
wins, but
it's
but
Teresa.
no. It was a good. I'll say Margaret got. Even though I want Margaret to have a full on takedown season, she got last year. Danielle did get her at the end. I don't care what nobody say. Danielle tore Margaret ass right on up at the end, at the finale, at that party, and clocked Margaret's tea like you're the gossip. You're the fucking gossip. And said what everybody was too afraid to say, like, bitch, these rumors wouldn't even be out here about Melissa if it wasn't for you. And Melissa is such a low down, dirty son of a bitch who
Well,
is
she's
so
very
hell bent
strategic
on.
too. Because if Margaret left this show tomorrow, but she wouldn't talk to Margaret no more. She's done that with everybody that has left this show. If you want to keep it a buck, that's Jackie's issue. Jackie wasn't full time no more, girl. We ain't gotta hang out with you all the time. Like that she let them know they let them know where she stood.
But that's what I'm saying, though. It's just like Melissa, like I said, she's so hell bent on trying to take Teresa's spot. She don't even see that Margaret don't give a fuck about her. And that's my whole issue with Melissa. Like, you so hell bent with your hatred for Teresa that you can't even see that the person that's supposed to be your bestie is having people at her house that gossips about you and
Oh
how
yeah.
it hangs with them.
Oh yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like, how it's just like, how is the blame steady getting put on Teresa for these rumors. Besides the Jackie situation and Teresa, and I love Teresa, but she was 100% wrong for spreading that at infant's birthday party. Even though I got my like, because it was so messy. It was so messy of Teresa. But she was doing a good deed just the wrong way. She should have pulled Jackie to the side. But like Teresa has tried to do
There
this
was
too.
nothing good about that. I was so
It was a
shocked.
good thing
It
because
was
in a
I was
way,
so shocked about that because that's not her normal MO. That's not normally her.
it was
Like,
absolutely a good thing. She was trying to expose Margaret for who she really
but
was.
she didn't. Oh yeah, she was. Yeah, but that's not how
She
she
just went
presented.
about it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
She went about it the wrong way, but she was doing
yeah.
a
She
good
should have
deed.
not said it there. She should have said it in front of all of them. Because
Yeah.
and she was trying not to expose her brother because she wasn't there. Her
And
brother
that's
was.
why I
She got
cannot
it from her
stand Joe
brother. Yeah,
Gorgas. He is such a
yeah. She got
low
it from him.
down son of a bitch. And it just
Yeah.
makes me feel like Joe did that on purpose because he knew Teresa was going to take that and run
And
with it.
what's
And he set
crazy
her
is
up.
we know you know that Melissa know the truth.
Yeah, I know that Melissa no Margaret is doing it. That's why I said she's a low down son of a bitch. Because you're that hell bent on taking Teresa down that you're gonna side with somebody that you know really don't give a fuck about you for real. And if Teresa was to leave the show, Margaret would turn on Melissa at the drop of a dime.
Right.
Like she would be coming after you and Joe next. And y'all probably done told Margaret all your business. Child, Margaret probably know everything about them. So she better pray that Teresa stay on the show so Margaret don't be coming after her. That's what she better pray. That
Right.
Teresa don't leave. Because when Teresa go, Margaret is for sure gonna go for that top dog position. And baby, that is where her and Melissa are
The
gonna start
bully
having
can't,
problems.
but I'll say this again. The bully can't lead the show. It's not going to work. It never works. Look at Married to Medicine and Heavenly. You can't, the bully can't win. Somebody has to take down the bully. That's what makes reality TV so iconic. Like, I mean, what happened with Salt Lake? Although Monica wasn't a bully, she had bully potential. She had a strong personality. You could say she wasn't a wimp, but she definitely has bully potential. And how they exposed her was really, really good. Like it was just good TV. It has to happen. Like somebody has to. It can't go on like
But you know what pisses me off? But it's just like we condemn Monica and give her the goddamn third degree, but ain't nobody saying nothing about Rachel being Bravo lover 1, 2, 3.
oh, ain't that crazy? Yeah, people mention it all the time, but I don't think she was a blogger though, was she? And she certainly
She ran a fan page. She
oh,
ran
that's
a, she ran a whole literal fan page. Like that's basically what they were upset at Monica for that thing. Even though Monica was only coming after one
they sent
specific
somebody
person.
to jail. I can't be clear. Like that's crazy. Like
Well,
she literally, how you gonna send somebody to jail and take their job? Like, where do you do that? Is she some kind of superhero or something? Like that was insane to me.
wait, say it again.
She literally got a girl fired essentially because she went to jail and she took her job.
Um,
Like, where you do that at? That's like me. I want to come after you. I want your job. So I'm finna. I'm not gonna. Maybe she didn't lie on her, but I know some secrets. So I'm gonna put them out there so you can get locked up, so I can then come get your job.
it did that. It ain't.
That's crazy.
Monica had one season, and she is a certified housewife
I thought she was
icon.
spamming with Mary. She was seeing with her. She was seen with Mary. I don't know if they were filming, but Mary um did a video because I saw it.
But I'm saying though, like Monica came in and became an icon. Like
That's true. I mean, she's definitely gonna go down in some kind of Bravo history because that was some good TV. I remember watching that saying, now this is what reality TV needs. This all planning and all that's not good TV. It's just not.
because yeah, Monica got exposed, but let's be very clear about it. She tore every last one of them up at that table,
Right.
especially Lisa.
Let me ask you a Jersey story. I hate that she did this. I can't imagine Teresa's lying about this unless she sincerely doesn't know.
About what?
But when Jen Fessler asked her, did Louis call Margaret's son? She said, I swear on my daughter's life, my four daughters' life.
All I can say is I hope she don't know, and if he did do it, then she just simply just don't know.
But she does say they have legal proof. So I hope that gets exposed. I hope that gets exposed because I think that's why Margaret isn't talking to Teresa. It's a lawsuit. I just don't know what it is. But I'm like, can Louis sue Margaret? He probably could last year because he a boyfriend not gonna be on contract.
Well, he said he enjoyed.
I was saying that I'm wondering, Louis. I'm thinking that Margaret isn't talking to Teresa because there's a lawsuit of some sort. And if that's true, I mean, I understand why they're not talking, but Louis could probably sue because last season he wasn't a boyfriend. I mean, he wasn't a husband. He was a boyfriend. So he probably wasn't under contract. I heard that these men, particularly the Jersey men, have had a contract for a minute.
Oh, okay, okay.
So yeah, the men, because even before that was a thing that the Jersey men had a contract.
Oh yeah, yeah, I did hear that. I did hear that.
If that's based off of facts, I would say it possibly is. I would say that if anybody has a possibility of being on contract, it would be the Jersey men because they contribute so much to the show. But
Yeah,
I don't other franchises. Well, we know that because PK and Mauricio aren't hardly ever on film as compared to Jersey. Jersey men are probably in every episode unless
yeah,
they
they are, and
unless
they be having they have their own scenes
yeah,
and
right,
everything.
right, confessionals, right, right, and they have separate male scenes. You're correct. You're
Yeah,
absolutely correct. So yeah, you got me. So anyway, I think that was actually pretty much it. They were at this party. Nothing has
yeah,
really kicked off other
yeah,
than
yeah.
taking Jim Fessler to the side. I did appreciate how she did it and just asked her a direct question. And I'm
Hmm.
glad. I feel like Jim was telling the truth.
I do
I
too.
don't.
I feel like Margaret is trying to. I feel like Margaret is trying to exaggerate what Jen Fessler said. I feel like Jen Fessler may have definitely maybe condemned Teresa, but I mean she has been actively vocal about how she didn't approve of Margaret's behavior either. So I definitely think that Jen Fessler may have said some of those things
She's
of that
talking about
nature.
at the reunion or something.
And Rachel was trying to feel like she just
Where does
was.
she? What behavior of Teresa's doesn't she approve? That's what I mean.
I mean, I'm saying like I don't think she like agree with like how Teresa can cuss go off the
Oh
handle
yeah,
and
yeah.
cuss
I got you. I got
But
you. Yeah,
again, she has been as vocal about Margaret doing the same exact thing when she
right.
kicked all them out of her house last season.
Yeah.
She said all of them go on, get out. She got neighbors. She don't got no big yard like Teresa. So you know, I think Jen Fessler is a fair, rounded person, and she
Yeah.
doesn't mind speaking her mind, and she's not a follower. And I think that's why Margaret is upset.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Well, it's gonna be interesting next week. I think next week it looks like it's
And
kick.
I'm just still. It's just every time I see something in the blog, it's just about Margaret. It just makes me mad. It just makes me so mad. How are you mad at Jackie because she didn't give you an advanced copy of her book? That's her shit.
That's the kind of stuff that I was talking about. That possessiveness. That's the part. Like that would drive me insane. I can't have friends like that. I don't
Yeah,
even
that
know
would
like that. And
like.
I've had a couple of friends that tried to dictate who else. I had a really close girlfriend who did not like another friend of mine who was around a lot more than she was. And I don't know if she was jealous of that, but at one point in time, I had to tell her, girl, what's wrong with you? And stop assaulting her like she used to assault her all the time. I was like, you better than that. Like, oh, like it's irritating me. You gonna have me cussing you out in front of her in a minute. Stop putting me in that position because you talk to her cruelly. I don't like that. I
Yeah,
don't,
it's just like
yeah,
it's.
yeah, I don't like
I
that.
just get it. It's just like, and girl, it is not news that Jackie was talking shit about Teresa. They literally were feuding. Of course, they were talking about each other. Of course, Jackie talked
Right.
about Teresa. Is that like surprising? I'm sure
No,
Teresa didn't talk.
no,
Hell,
yeah.
it's surprise. Like that's not news, Margaret. That she was talking about Teresa. They didn't like each other. They had a whole goddamn beef. Teresa went around her husband's party saying that he was cheating on her. Of course, they talked about each other. Like, is that like a secret? Duh, we know that. But that doesn't mean what have they really had like beef with really in the past couple of years though, for real. Other than
Yeah,
basing it off of she was Jackie was Team Margaret and Teresa don't
yeah,
like Margaret. Other
right.
than that, like what real issues do they have? And it's just like you're the reason that her and Teresa was beefing, Margaret, if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty over something that was spread through you.
Yeah,
They
and
got
her
back.
that's why I was like everything. She is the middleman in all this drama. She's
Like
the
what?
she's the issue. It's Margaret that's the problem. She's a very
Yes.
toxic human being. Like nothing about her says chill. She's the person that want to get ahead of a story to try to manipulate people, and that's why I was saying you try to keep all of your friends close, your enemies closer. That she's that type of chick. It's I can't stand women like that. Like they
Yeah.
irritate my whole soul. Not
I
part of
cannot
it.
stand I cannot stand Margaret. I swear that's why I say she's a real life Brooke Logan in all aspects.
Worse than
Literally.
Kyle from
Like
Beverly Hills.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because at least in real life, Kyle is not a home wrecking whore. Margaret is that.
And
So
she
is Brooke
bragged
Logan.
about, she said something about something today because she actually stopped doing that because uh um Jennifer called her out. But
Yeah,
she
it's just
mentioned
like,
something that I thought was inappropriate in one of her confessionals. Like, girl, that kind of stuff ain't funny. Like, it's real women out here that done lost their husband for some, but like
hmm but
somebody
that's
with
why I say
her morals
she's
or lack
a
thereof.
real life Brooke Logan in all aspects. Like she has the messy ways too, because Brooke on the Bold and the Beautiful love to throw stones at everybody else, but soon somebody get talking about her stuff, it's oh my god. How dare you? How could you say something like that? And blah blah blah. But it's just like, girl, you was just in they business, and Margaret does the same thing. You was just in Teresa business, and you mad that Louis is trying to get a private investigator to look into you. That's
Right.
what the fuck you were doing
She
about to
spent
him.
with that year that Teresa started dating him officially, she spent every scene that
Every
entire season,
episode.
even when she was talking to her mama to talk about something new that the blog was talking about with Teresa. And look, I know somebody got to do it. I'll be the first. You know, I'm good about that. Somebody got to bring the blog mess on there, but I really wish they would stop because these bloggers are dictating the entire series and it's not good.
Yeah.
It's really not good.
It's
Like
just like it's so
I am a
annoying.
blogger. I could literally sit down if we wanted to, and conjure up a story that's based 100% on false, just to see if it would make it on a reality show. That's how the mind, there are people out there that want to be a little famous. And people find out what blogs, it gets them hits and traffic on their sites or whatever, or their web or Instagram, or their videos get played. Like, for real, for real. That these reality shows need to stop that, because somebody's seriously going to get hurt. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to go too far.
Yep,
These
I
people,
agree.
they don't even vet this information. It just be like random information. And again, y'all know me. I'm good for, because I'm I love me some Giselle, who takes stuff from the blogs and bring them on there. Somebody has to stop this. Like, they have to stop.
Yeah.
They
But
have
I
to
mean,
stop. Just let the story play out. You should not be bringing it ruins the show, because these people out here are like psychopaths. And I mean that. They will literally sit behind a desk and a computer and conjure up an entire story.
yep.
Like, I mean, the biggest argument even on Potomac was about Giselle and Wendy. There has been no baby with Eddie. That they went. That story was they having this baby in July. This baby gonna come. It's with some white woman that he worked with at a law firm. Like, that kind of stuff. It's dangerous. It
I
really can be
agree.
dangerous.
I agree. But
So,
I guess we shall see, honey, how the rest of the season play out. Like I said, I'm already irritated with a lot of it. Like I said, I really don't get it, and I cannot wait for Jen Fessler to put Margaret in her place, and I'm ready for Jackie too as well, because it's about time somebody did it other than Jennifer Hayden.
yes, baby. Jennifer been fighting this battle almost alone. Bless her heart. Because she does. Because I'm like, Teresa will fight, but Teresa isn't
Has to be
like,
provoked, like for real, for real. Like Margaret really just got to do something to her, which was like, for instance, the Louis thing, for real, for real. Like Margaret has to actually do something to Teresa to fight her. Jennifer don't mind like fighting that battle, but Teresa's not gonna fight the battle unless she has to fight the battle. That's the difference. See,
yeah.
Jen is just gonna come after Margaret just because she
I was just gonna
clocked
say, because
Margaret.
she come, yeah, because last year she was trying to take her down. When I mean take her down, I want her off the show. When I say it, that's what I mean. Like, the situation is just so toxic. She either decides to leave, or the network say enough is enough.
Yeah, because
One of
Jennifer and
the
Margaret cannot stand each other, honey, and
And wait
it's
a
so
minute, I was even
funny.
thinking about even the rumors that were about Melissa last year came from her, came
Hello,
from
that's why I
Margaret.
just don't. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said Melissa is such a low down son of a bitch that she is gonna let her hatred for Teresa compromise her damn morals.
You know the guy is famous.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I watched the show that he's been on before.
Yeah, he's kind of fine. Yeah. I didn't watch the show. Well, yes, I did. It was something like on BET or something. He
Yeah, he played
played
he on T Tyler Perry.
yeah, it was a Tyler Perry show. Yeah,
The
I didn't know
Oval.
that. I thought, yeah.
Yeah, he played the little secretary for the little for the gay dude that runs stuff.
Yeah.
That's the chief of staff.
Yeah.
Donald, that's his
Yeah.
name. Yeah, he played his
Yeah.
secretary.
So I ain't
Yeah,
know
but
yet. I just figured that out recently,
yeah,
but yeah,
but
it
yeah,
is what it is. It's been an hour though.
we'll
Hey.
see. We'll see, honey.
So that's gonna conclude this episode. It's gonna pick up. I
Yeah,
think.
because it is kind of slow.
Yeah,
It's
it's
kind of we're
starting.
talking about the
This is
same
the second
thing every
episode.
week, kinda at this point.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
yeah.
But yep.
Anyway, all right, y'all.
Maybe.
Demetrio and I finna check out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed it and come back and see us soon. We're gonna be doing Huntsville one day this week. I think Wednesday, either tomorrow or Thursday.
Please do it tomorrow so I can come in on this one. Actually,
It's
I'm
based
off
off the
tomorrow.
Montanique schedule.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Because this was a bad, well, not a bad, but this was a very busy month for her.
Yeah.
So whenever she could, um do it, we were going to do it. So, but we'll try our best to get it on, let you know as early as possible. So,
Okay.
all right. So, if that
Alrighty.
we're going to conclude today. We got here under an hour. Thank you so much for chatting up with us. And we will
Alrighty.
see you in a couple of days or a day.
Alrighty.
One
Bye,
love.
y'all.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.